Okay, so what you're looking at is the overflow. We have racked a lot of the other gear out of these boxes. As you can see, boxes and boxes and boxes. This is the stuff that most probably won't stay. So we've had to go through and basically go, right, yes, 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 no, no, etc., etc. So this will be sorted in the next few weeks, well, days really, and a lot of these here that you're seeing, we've got double ups because of the fact that with these boxes there was more than one, sort of. So, which is a great position to be in, because we can then sort of get some of these out to people that might to want, some of them, but horrendous mess. And we ran out of space. As you can see through here, we've got stacked radios, 10, 12 high, and that's what we've had to do to cope with this 465 odd kilos. So we've probably got about, I'm guessing about 200 kilos of stuff along here that we'll sort out. Well, tomorrow I'll get stuck into it, and we're going to break it up into 3 or 4 categories. Marine, loads of it. UHF, loads of it. We've got loads of different ones that we don't need, 15 of, etc., etc. There'll be loads of spares as far as knobs, dials, internals, etc., etc. So that's the good news. Actually, something that won't be being sold. It's probably worth a quick look at. Absolutely like brand new. Rob had this Big Dummies guide, and I've actually got one that a mate of mine got me, but that's just like new, and I just fell in love with that. Very old radio interference book. Price $1. Yeah, would be interesting. Sorry. Just trying to see if there's a year. There's certainly some notations. Radio branch. Radio branch. General Post Office, Brisbane. So this was obviously used by the radio branch. Just wish I could give you a date. Doesn't seem to be one that's coming out of this anywhere, but that's okay. All about CB two-way radio. Hey, from Radio Shack, $1.25 back in, who knows, long time ago. Here we go, 1976 edition. And believe it or not, I love this sort of stuff. There's something wrong with me, I can tell you. And the ABCs of Citizen Band Radio. The official CB language dictionary. I reckon I should give this to Miles, VK2ASS. After Friday night, I reckon he could add a few of some of the bits and pieces out of this book. I love you, Miles. I just thought, I heard the recording. I wasn't there to hear it live, but I did hear the recording. Brilliant. The complete 1977 CB handbook, FCC rules, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of information about different models, etc. Tandy CB guide, everyone was into it, weren't they? £1.49, so obviously that's come from the UK. Dickie Smith's, this one I've got, but is scanner book. Here we go. Another one that I'm pretty sure I've already got, scanner book. Oh, they're all going to be backwards now. Marine radio communication. Dickie's, I haven't got this one. How many books did Dick Smith do? Jeez, amazing. Hang on, I'll turn these around a bit. That might help us a bit. Data from Radio Shack. The complete CB radio by Richard Nichols, editor of Breaker and Custom Car. You know what? He might be worth a read. See what he's got. A Shure 444 quads. Yep. Dick Smith's Australian Marine. I'm boring the heck out of you, I'm sure, but I just got to do this now because I started it. Ham radio, an easy guide for beginners. That looks a bit, to be honest, that looks a bit newer. Just trying to see American, because it's the word ham. 2015, there you go. Ham radio, the ultimate guide to learn ham radio in no time at all. In 2016, yeah, easy, absolutely easy. Ham radio, the ultimate, oh, you can read. The world of CB radio. Now, this one looks a little bit older. Channel 19, Truckies channel sort of thing going on there. The authors. What about a date? No date. Well, sorry. Won't hold you for too long on that. Ham radio for dummies. Goodness. I think they started coming out in the 2000s, all those sort of style books. Look at that. Now, this. I was only on the blower to Jamie Wazirka today about Carinas, and I showed him we've got a line up of bloody Carinas, and then I looked and I thought, you're kidding. There's actually put that aside. I'm looking for a superb front panel for a Carina. I've got some average to good front panels, but I don't have a superb one. So now that I've got a book, it's just made me want to do it more. Two-way radios and scanners. Okay, marine. This is a bit of an overall. All good. VHF, UHF manual. ARRL antenna handbook. And this is just a little bit of what's come from Rob. If I was to show you, while I walk over here, this is my favourite box from Rob, because he's got, this is where the Carina book probably should go for now, he's got manuals for radios that people don't even know exist, I'm sure. I mean, here's one for a liner, or you might know it better as an SBE. We've got a stack of these in stock. 40 Gs, look, all the ICOM ranges of, and it just goes through. But some really old, realistic manuals, but these are original manuals. That's the thing that I suppose the point I'm making is that there is so much original stuff in here. Look at this. I mean, that's an original manual for a Shakespeare GBS 5000. Now, I've got one of these brand new in the box, but that doesn't mean anything. I need to check whether it's still got its manual. It should have if it was brand new in the box, but this sort of stuff is the stuff that really is a bit exciting. Not to everybody. There's a VHF repeater booklet. Now, I think this was a copy. Yeah, I reckon that. But here's a full B model service manual, and it is a copy. Sorry, but still very, very handy. In here as well was, I wish I had more hands to be able to show you this, but like for example, PC 122. So you sort of look at that and go, see, PC 122. These are the exploded, big sort of put up on a board PC 120. I mean, you don't need glasses, that's for sure. They're huge. And look, a lot of this, some of look from here, some of this was photocopied, but not all. But there's just information on so many radios, and to be very honest, this, I wish I could just get to the bit. There's a load of Tate stuff in there as well, but the Amstrad, I was going to have a look at that before actually. Amstrad, it says CB900, CB901, and we may have one here in all this lot that we've got. And please bear in mind, today we have done very much, oh, I recognise that microphone. Yeah, okay, so we might have this Amstrad in the load that's here. But to have this sort of information is just so good, because when you go to fix it, I mean, look, I've got the whole copy of the stuff that Ross gave me. What am I thinking of? Oh God, I've got to get up here. The 291 editions volumes. God, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it now. But the complete service details for just about everything made from 1960 through to 19 late 80s. But anyway, I mean, this is another good example. Now, this is Roscoe from Strictly Ham. Now, this is how anal he was about. He's worse. I mean, that's an original Cobra 2000 service manual. You know, sort of, there's so much in here that I've been able to go through, and Ross's stuff has just been invaluable. It goes, you know, like service manuals for, admittedly that one's, whoops, sorry, you can't see much when I do that. Let me hold my phone a bit differently. It's a bit hard here, it's all sort of upside down. CP 2000 for the CPI service manual. Look, it just goes on and on. You know, 901 DM, I mean, that's just the instruction manual to be fair, but the service manual is behind it. You know, and people underestimate. Oh, jeez, righto. I think enough of my photography trying to strain, it's not working. Oh, and by the way, I've just about got enough room to put my V8 HR back in, thank Christ. So, okay, tomorrow is now, and I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but this is the crap that's left. When I say crap, we always knew that, you know, there were radios in this lot that were going to be either spares or maybe not quite up for, you know, sort of, so basically we'll now pole them up, and you shall, I would keep an eye on Facebook, on the VK Ham Sales and Service and Aussie Pickers page, because I'm not interested in huge amounts of money for the ones we don't need. I know exactly what we did need, and I've, you know, sort of been very happy to get the bits. By the way, this is just the overflow from Rob of microphones. I mean, we're not talking, you know, microphones that we don't need here. I mean, I've got GEs and things, and I mean, look, there's a courier mic, you know. These are not Benelec mics, you know, so Rob, many thanks. One of the other things too that you won't see every day, have a look at this. This is the full Jackson mount for remember the days when someone's going to steal your CB, so you're probably best to, you know, just flick it out and put it in the boot while you were off watching the movies. Well, this is a full Jackson mount that you would have seen for sale back in those days. Look, I could go through what I'm calling the junk. I don't want anyone to take the wrong way. If you can imagine, like, we've got one of these brand new in the box. So it's not that it's junk, it's just that we've got heaps of them. So, you know, they'll be sold and you know, sort of tested probably first. Once again, you know, things like some of the UHF sets and cybernets and bits, we're going to have quite a lot of stuff left over. So just keep an eye out. We'll start getting some of this stuff out there. As you can see, I mean, you know, nobody needs, what is there? 3. We've taken the best of the Super Cougars and you know, for a sample for what we want. Actually, this one I'm not so sure should have been left here. The Colt 280, I'll have to check on their shelves. I didn't know, because I think we were going to paint the covers on this one, and maybe that's why it's got left here. But, you know, once again, you know, we've got loads of Pumas and Tomcats and things which are going to be spare. I think even that Cygnet's going to be spare too. And look, you know, I'm just giving you a very, very quick look, and I'm so sorry that it's like this. I promise you tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow, you'll see this all in piles, but we just ran out of room. We just had to put things on top of it. This was interesting. Have a look at this. NEC 16 transistor. Here's the, if I haven't got too much rubbish on top. Jeez. Here's the microphone. Here's the push to talk. And you can bet I'm going to fire this thing up. You know, sort of, I just didn't have a spot for it over on the other side at the moment. I actually ran out of room. Hard to believe, isn't it? Like fun. Now, Rob, Rob Marshall. You'd remember Sharman from with Multicom Limited in the UK. I saw this sitting there and I thought of you. I thought, yeah, bloody pommy bastard, this is pommy stuff, you know. And they're pretty good actually, because they were the same Chinese mic that everybody else sort of bought and put their name on. But anyway, you might even remember that, Rob. Yeah. A lot of these here we've already got. So, you know, there will be some, you know, Cobras which are honestly, you know, in great sort of condition, 40 channel. Try and find a Cobra 32 XLR. There'll probably be 100 for sale now. But, you know, Lafayette's and bits and pieces. There will be one of these only, just so you know, the Messenger, the Johnson Viking Messenger 123A, only one. We've kept one for ourselves. Likewise, there will be a couple of the Tedalex Courier 5000 digis, so we'll get them posted up. But oh, and apologies, that Super Jaguar shouldn't be there. That actually should be on the other side. That's not what I would call junk at all. Well, actually, as a technician who had to work on them, they were terrible. But Mark II was a little bit better than the Mark I, but they still had a few RF problems. The T-Berry Mighty T, and actually, sorry, this pole, I've just realised, this pole here, this is not a for sale pole at all. Because the T Charlie T-Berry's there as well with its books, and that's like brand new. There's a Johnson Messenger 412. Here's the one that we're keeping here. Oh, there's a good point. Or is it? I have to check. No, there must be another one on the other side. Well, sorry, we are keeping this one, don't get me wrong. This is the 123 SJ. I think it was we had two 123As. Look, let me double check that, because I don't want to promise you something that... yeah, I'm pretty sure most of this pole was we were keeping. So anyway, someone might want to say something on the YouTube channel. This here, I thought when I first saw it, this was the sort of thing that they used to put on motorbikes, and when you look at it, like it's a 23 channel selector, which you can see they've modified here to be a 11 channel marine. Now, I reckon the word Seahound, if you took that off, I reckon there's something underneath that. I really do, and I think this sticker's been put on. So I've got to do a bit of research, but basically, I thought they had a mount for this that went onto motorbikes, and then you had your intercoms and everything that came off it. So anyone that has any ideas on that, certainly, you know, be love to know. Very interesting. I've got a couple of these, thank goodness, but we'll have a couple of Lanka DW1200s for sale. But we do now have the black and the chrome version, which there you go. There'll be a few of these fellas here. Oh God, I'm going to get down here. Trying to think if they're Lafayette. Extals, sorry, they're Extals, of course they are. Crystals. And they were sort of well known for these meters and etc. They're nice looking little things. So anyway, when this is all in more of a state tomorrow of, you know, you being able to recognise things a bit more, that would be great. Very nice looking sort of Dick Smith stuff here. We've got a few of these, so once again they'll be coming up. K40s? Oh yeah, there's some K40s from Dick Smith as well. So that's it. All right, well I've got to go put a car away. Unfortunately these here, you know what, all I wanted was one good one, and what you can see is I've got possibility of making one good one. I've got a bit of work to do there, but that's okay. That's what this is all about. There'll be a whole lot of, sorry about that. A whole lot of Presidents, Unitons, you name it. Some of it will be almost giveaways, like I think that, you know, Midlands on 2 meters, and there's some PRMs and Tates, which, you know, are just about giveaways. All the marine sets will be like giveaways. This one here was another one that I hadn't really seen before too. telephone handset, marine, etc. So that'll be one to sort of just hang on to, I suppose. Super Cheetah Mark 3s, there will be a number of those, so keep your ears open. Lion Mark 2s. What's that, the Major? Oh, actually, sorry, that was a different one. That's a different one altogether. All right, well, I'll try and get a more... just want to show you this. Have a look at this old Lafayette. That actually shouldn't be there. Yeah, we want to fire that up and see if we can get that going. That's a very old beast. It was marine, but, who knows? Maybe you put a crystal in it for the Super Bowl. Anyway, we'll see. All right. It's been fun. Sam helped a lot. You'll see a video as well with Sam unpacking with me. She left around the time that radio started getting really stacked on top of each other. She said, I just can't look at this. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, it'll be better tomorrow. Anyway, time's got the better of us. Tomorrow, by late tomorrow, we'll shoot you a video, really detailing categories. And guys, then it'll be up to you to email us or give us a ring if you need any of it. Well, great. We're already starting a pile of what's going to be spares and bits. So you need to sort of tell me what you're after. Oh, I mean, look, yeah. Sorry, there's even more. We won't even go into it. It's just better to hopefully tomorrow start giving you an idea of righto. Here are the piles, and I do want to stress this. I'm going to be putting piles together and shipping boxes out to people. There won't be a lot of singles. I'm just going to go, look, hey, here's a whole box of radios for $100. Don't care. So for those of you who are astute and, sort of know how to grab a bargain, probably a good time to give me a call at some stage once you've seen what's on offer. All right. All the best to you. 73s from VK3 Charlie Mike or Jack Daniels Whiskey 229. I'll go put me car away. Cheers, guys.